Well, we have a very good speaker today. His name is Jibe Budigan. He's from United States. Brilliant mind. And he will be joining us shortly to speak about, about the power of connectivity as well as how we can survive through this pandemic and what the impacts are. Really a good speaker, and he has been involved with my Realty Coffee TV show and some other program and CIPS. They loved him, and I thought it's a great opportunity to get somebody more speaker from outside our organization, and it could be a good guy for our AGM if anybody wants to use him. So hopefully we'll be joining it maybe time. Little bit slow, our people. I normally start 50 minutes before time. Hello, Miss Wang. How are you? Hello, Miss Wang. How are you today?
Okay.
Very good.
How are you, Mercedes? How are you?
How are things? It's a
Good.
beautiful day. It's a
Oh,
little
same
bit.
here. Same here in Toronto. So how's in Vancouver?
Oh, let me see. Yeah, it's sunny.
Good.
It's beautiful. We have all the spring flowers on.
Yes, definitely. And I think this few days it's great for us here as well.
Oh,
Yeah, unfortunately, we're still under the lockdown, but I think you guys are all right, right? You guys,
yes, we are
you're still-
okay. Yeah, yes.
yeah, but we still have to kind of deal with it at least for a couple of weeks.
But a
And
lot of people are in the beach. You know, because it's warm and sunny. People
not
go.
for us. We can't even golf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just across the ocean, so.
Oh, beautiful.
Are you fully open in Vancouver? Are restaurants and bars open?
No, not really. It's just an outside seating.
Just outside. It's okay.
Fabio, we'll take that. Outside
But
seating,
they,
we'll
but
take
they
that.
said because the curve.
I would take that too. It's terrible. It's terrible. Like Toronto is like a dead city. And then yesterday I was on the highway.
Yeah.
It was like it was, it was just like any time. The Don Valley was congested. The 401 was congested. There were accidents. It took me an hour and 15 minutes to go across the city. It was just back to the way it was before the pandemic.
Yeah, and Don Valley is horrendous too. I was betting on no traffic. I was so wrong. As you said, Fabio, just like normal.
Yeah, it has gone back to the way it was in no time at all. But but no, I mean, I thought people were supposed to stay at home, and that's not what's happening. I was up in Peterborough because we have a site that we're doing some work in Peterborough, and I got to tell you, all of the restaurants. I mean, the restaurants were not open, but there were lineups for takeout orders along the highway. The gas stations, they were selling at $1.30 a liter, happily doing a lot of business, lineups everywhere.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Anyhow,
it's going to be soon after we get all the shots.
Oh yes, definitely.
Mine will be June, the last one.
Well, England is going to full open. What is it, next week? The pubs are opening next week.
Where?
That's what I heard. I heard that England is going to be fully
open.
Oh
yes, yeah, because they are a lot more people vaccinated than we do. I just get my first one last week, so it'll be a while for me.
Yeah, sorry, I need to take this. Hi, it's Fabio. Can you call me back in about 3/4 of an hour?
I just said.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry, I think we will wait for the BJ to come in, and we can just start our program and we'll talk about different issues. So first of all, on behalf of Realty Coffee Talk, I take this opportunity to thank you everyone for joining. We have a couple of update on real estate as well as good news that we have a new president for REIC Toronto chapter, Fabio Fiumana, and we're going to ask him to give us a little update on that. Also, we have good news that we have increased the FRIs on a national level as well as on Ontario. So we'll share the data with you. So before we begin the program, I do a small presentation. And before we do that, maybe we should take a little opportunity to each one of you to introduce yourself 1 minute and tell which area where you're practicing, the city name, and the name of your corporation and your contact information. So we're going to start with Fabio. Could you please introduce yourself? And you're the president of REIC Toronto chapter. Congratulations.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Fabio Fiumana. I'm a commercial real estate broker and an FRI. As Tahir said, I'm the new president for REIC of the Toronto chapter. I'm proud to have been selected and proud to serve. Please, Mary, go ahead, dear.
So wonderful to hear about you. Great. My name's Mary Jones. I'm a longtime member, FRI member for REIC, past president of the Niagara chapter of REIC, and I am a real estate broker. My primary home is in Niagara Falls, but we've just opened a brand new brokerage office, Remax Dynamics, in Vaughan on Keel and 407. So just a new exciting venture.
Congratulations, Mary.
Thank you.
Vincent?
Yes, I'm Winston Chen. I'm the national president for Real Estate of Canada, and then also past president of Toronto chapter as well too. Been with REIC forever. I can't remember how many years. I still work for Tridel for the past 27 years, and I don't practice real estate, but I manage a sales team to do the sales and marketing for our own development. Currently, we have 23 community across the GTA. So yeah, the market been crazy and busy. I'm sure that Mary and Fabio and Tahir can attest to it.
Thank you. Thank you. Mercedes?
Mercedes Wong. I'm with Prominent Real Estate Services, and I have been a member for the REIC for the last more than 25 years.
Wow.
Good for you.
I'm still have been a director for the REIC BC chapter. We amalgamated with the IREM, so I guess our membership is composed of the two, IREM and REIC.
So thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. And I'm going to do a small presentation, share some information. After that, hopefully the BJ will join us, and if not, we continue. So I'm going to share my presentation. Then you feel free to add anything. It's just a conversation connecting people. So I'm going to share my screen.
I will be now sharing my presentation for today. Realty Coffee Talk, the power of connectivity, connectivity conference, FRI, for FRI only. Thank you very much. The goal of Realty Coffee Talk is to create connectivity, to increase awareness, building consumer confidence in real estate, and promote good ethic and business practices. The objectives are to get to know each other, build long-term relationship, and facilitate business collaboration amongst FRIs. The word is in your hand. The FRI is a powerful designation that have network of real estate professionals across Canada and only available to REIC members since 1955. My goal is to ignite the spirit of connectivity and cooperation with FRI Connectivity Network, more confidence to refer our clients to FRI in their respective jurisdiction, to be served ethically and professionally as we are governed by the highest professional standards and practice as FRI designee. Approximately, there are 128,000 realtors in Canada and 568 fellow of the Real Estate Institute, FRIs. It has increased, from last month to this month have increased significantly. 90,000 realtors in the province of Ontario and 310 fellows of the Real Estate Institute of Canada. Last month there were 301, now 310 in Ontario. So that means other provinces has more FRIs now. This is the sale about market update in Market Watch issued by Real Estate Toronto Regional Real Estate Board. So you can see that the average price in 416 is 1.699 for a detached home and 905, 1.308 million. And average between 416 and 905 is 1.387 million for a detached home. A semi-detached in average price is 1.308 million in 416 and 925,000 in 905 area. Average price between the both is 1,068,923 per semi-detached in between 416 and 905 area. A townhome average price is 942,000 in 416 and 831,000 in 905 area. With 905 area may include Brampton, Mississauga, Milton, and other going toward east, Oshawa area. The condo apartment, 727,000 average price, and in 905 is 612. Please note that these average prices are based on totality of 416 or 905 areas. Be specific. If you are listing a property, you need to speak to your realtor or FRI who's working in that area to give you very specific price for your area. This is very important. These are average prices. You can see the sale in the area has jumped 416, 1,322, and sale in 905 was 5,194. A total of 6,506 detached homes were sold. Similarly, semi 487 in 416 area in April, and also 817 in 905 area, and total of 1304 semi sold. Now, as you can see from there, similarly, a townhome 578 in 416, sale for detached townhome in 905 1855, a total of 2,433 sold. Apartment 3,290 sold, majority of sold in 416 area, and 1013 sold in 905 area. So let's look at the year over year per percentage of change. Can you believe the sale has increased 365% from last April to this April? 41% average price increase. Semi-detached for detached home. Semi-detached, there is a 306% increase in sale, and average price 19.6% increase in 416, and 905 area 28.9% increase, a total of 23.6% change year over year. Townhome, can you believe 359,000, 416, 440% increase in sale, and in Mississauga, 338.5% change. Average between 901 and 416 changed to 3.5, 359.1%. And obviously, the price, average price has also changed. 416 townhome sold for 20.1%, where average price in 905 area was 26.8%. A total between 416 and 905 average 25.9% increase year over year. Condo, 373% in 416, 450% increase in sale in condo market in 905 area, an average of 394.7%. That shows the trend where the sales are going. People are going to buy more condos because affordability is an issue. So you can see the price for 18.7% increase, whereas 905, 25.1%, an average of 19.6% increase. This is a Toronto Regional Real Estate Board data, market data. So you can see here again, Toronto MLS, MLS sales activity. April 2020, we have 2,957, and April 2021, we have 13,663. Average price in April 2020 was 820,226. Now is 1,090,992. Tremendous jump, and we can tell you the percentage again in our seat. So you can see the sale went up average from 20 to 21, 362.1%. New listing increase 237%. And active listing, we still have 10.5% increase from last year to this year. And average price jump from 822,226 to 1,099,992, which is 33% increase. Listing day on market is minus 47.4%. So you can see there, last time it was staying 90 days, now it's 10 days. And property day on market, 24 days to 14 days, now minus 41.7%. This is a year-over-year summary update from Toronto Regional Real Estate Board, TRAB. This is about profile about me. I'm a FRI, I'm a CIPS, I'm a CRES, I'm a SRES, SRS, EMP, OPD, and ABR. And broker record for City Pro Realty Inc. Brokerage. So REIC organization is Real Estate Institute of Canada, has branches in Toronto, which is national office, Edmonton, British Columbia, Calgary, Toronto, Ottawa, Rome, Quebec, and Nova Scotia. This is the data information available from Real Estate Institute of Canada. We're going to be discussing about impact of new OFC proposed rules. We have discussed them before. Lockdown Ontario impact is still affecting our market, chapter activities, and update, if any. We will be talking to all the board directors or representatives joining from their board, and national activities and update will be discussed by the members. So thank you very much for your participation. Our next meeting is on Wednesday, June 16, 2021 at 11:12 p.m. Thank you very much for watching. And we're going to go back to our presentation.
Oh, yeah, I was just trying to record it. Now let's.
Everybody calls you cutie anyway. You're so good looking. You're so charming. Hey, we're having a blast here. I like it. So Mercedes, British Columbia, is that what I heard? You can unmute yourself.
Unmute that, please. Yeah, you guys unmuted.
Yes,
just.
I used to be president a long time ago. I think it was in 201.
All right. Well, I'm
chapter.
from the U.S. side out of Seattle, Washington. So not too far from you. What part of BC are you in the beautiful province?
Yeah, but I'm also affiliated with in the States. So,
Oh, excellent. What city are you in?
pardon me?
What city are you in? Where do you live?
I'm in Vancouver.
All right. Okay. Right there.
Yeah, it's
I still have
really
a place. Yeah, I still have a place in Blaine at Simiamu. You've been there before, haven't you?
Yes, yes, yes. It's really great. You are just close by. I have a home in Los Angeles, so
Oh
I
man.
move around
Oh, those
LA and
nonstop flights.
Vancouver.
Yeah, those nonstop flights on Alaska Airlines out of there is pretty nice, right?
Yes.
All right. And then Fabio, come on, you're fabulous. Running the
How are you, JB?
following in the Winston footsteps as a president of the chapter. How's the GTA? How's the GTA
Well,
work?
it's interesting. I'm a commercial broker, and I've only been with our EAC for what is it, 5 years now. Actually, Tahir interviewed me when I first joined.
He
See,
drilled you.
I interviewed and he became a president. How's that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And things are good. Things are good. I'm a commercial broker. We address a lot of new development, and there are a lot of redevelopments happening here. At least a lot of plans that we're involved in. A lot, the density is increasing in some of the sites that our clients have. So that's really what I'm doing. I'm doing quite a bit of leasing, but mainly our focus is property management and redevelopment.
Nice. Are you taller than the CN Tower right now? We all want to know what floor you're on. You look like you're very much in a skyscraper.
Well, I feel very tall right now, but no, I'm in our border of. We're on the 5th floor here.
Oh, you're so humble. You're like, I'm only in a B-class building. No big deal.
Oh no, it's not a B-class building. It just happens to be the 5th floor. That's all.
Oh, I told you I could feel that. I could feel it. You're always A-class, first class for sure. That's awesome, Fabio. What's the biggest thing in your world? Are you our only commercial person here? Who else?
No, we haven't actually. We have a number of other commercial brokers on site, but Winston is actually much more into development than I am. I mean, he overlooks various projects that mostly condominium projects.
Oh yeah.
I think my colleagues here are mainly both commercial brokers, and forgive me, I don't know if we have any residential brokers here.
Okay. Yeah, Winston, you're with the
Yes.
With like the landmark people and things like that, those folks, right? With a lot of condo projects and things, that group. I spoke to their team not too long ago.
JB, Vincent will be leaving shortly, so I'd like you to discuss about your topic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Winston.
So I'll just quickly introduce myself. JB, nice to meet you. I'm so
Pleasure.
sorry I have another commitment to attend to. Yes, I do participate in high-rise condo. I work for a company, Tridel. It's one of the largest condo building in Canada. And currently we oversee 23 different development, mixed use, residential. I don't practice real estate, but I oversee the sales team in charge of the sales and marketing. And it's exciting stuff. There's an interesting figure since you're from Seattle.
Yes.
While not too long ago, if you ask how many construction cranes in North America, Seattle was ranked supreme, but currently been overtaken by Toronto. Now that we have 208 construction crane compared to Seattle at 46. So I think that's something that we are quite proud to. And yes, I think Toronto is almost like 25 years ago, Seattle, 25 years ago, New York. We are building into a world-class metropolitan city. So
I can see that.
Yeah, it is a great way. I connected quite a few with a lot of colleagues from the state as well. And this is how we be able to learn from each other, challenging each other to excel. So,
that's why on Jeopardy, Alex Trebek, one of his last questions that he broadcasted was, what's the provincial bird of Ontario? The crane.
Yeah. It is.
I love it. I love it. Well,
so unfortunately I needed to leave each other. I'll
Yes,
definitely see each other very, very soon. Thank you, Tahir.
Yeah, you wouldn't be offended if I reached out to you and said hello. You wouldn't be offended.
Okay.
Is that okay if I reach out to you? Good.
Oh, please. Okay.
Excellent. Have a
Thank you.
blessed day, my friend.
Okay.
Thank you for
Thank you.
joining us.
Bye-bye.
Right
Bye,
on.
Vincent.
Thank you, Vincent.
All right, all right. How about you, Mary Jones? Where are you on the planet?
My principal home is Niagara Falls, Ontario.
Oh, you got a phone going there too. You got multiple devices. You got to mute one of them, I think.
It's not me.
Echo. No, it's good. No.
Good echo.
I think Barbara has it. Could you please, Barbara, turn off your phone, please?
I don't, just a minute. I don't think so, but double check.
I mean, my content
I'm
is
going
always
to try
good if you hear it
another. Go
twice,
ahead.
but that's a little much of a stretch.
All right.
All right, Mary
Find
Jones.
what I'm going to do.
So you're right there in Toronto. You're teaching the FRI. One of your phenomenal students, Mr. Tahir, of course. So tell us about your day-to-day. What are you all about? What are you doing?
I'm a manager of a new brokerage that's just opened in Vaughan.
Congratulations on your new venture. That's great.
Yes, big, beautiful building, and now just filling it up.
All right. That's right. Yeah, that's a big one for you. So that's huge. Congrats. That's awesome. How many people are you responsible for now?
Well, we've just started, so I only have 23.
Only 23. Listen to that. Can I have another slice of her humble pie there, Tahir? Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Good job. That's good. And they're all trying to be as great as Mary Jones. I love it. Keep on growing. Keep on growing. All right, Mercedes. So it is construction, commercial for you heavily, or you do any residential side? Hit your little mute there, my friend. Hit your microphone. Thank you.
I'm typically commercial most of my career for 29 years.
All right. Are you solo or are you leading the charge of people too?
No, I partner with other real estate commercial agents who are CCIM or who are counselor for real estate. So actually, most of the time I go to the States anyway, in Los Angeles.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, that's good. You got to have those partnerships. You got to have other people leveraging that to get the sales done. I love it.
Yes, and we have the REIC BC chapter is in collaboration with the Real Estate Institute of BC, Mortgage Investment Association of BC.
All right.
And CCIM Institute. So there are 4 organizations because like our licensing now is through, we are no longer self-regulating. They are moving into the Financial Institution Commission. Then the BC Real Estate Council will be there with the Superintendent of Real Estate. So the pillars for transactions are going to be in one.
JB, we're going to ask also Barbara Morris. Barbara Morris, to introduce yourself.
All right. Thank you, Mercedes, by the way. That's good. So new oversight is what you're saying, a lot of those new commissions and things. So that's good. Yeah. Okay.
Hi there, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes,
perfectly.
yes.
Well, I'd like to say hi to all of you. Mary, it is so nice to see you. I'd like to tell you a little story about Mary. When I was inducted into the FRI chapter, it was Mary who presented me with my plaque.
Aww.
At that time, Mary was in charge of the Niagara area chapter, and she was so gracious. We had a lovely luncheon and everything and so on. So I've known Mary for many, many years. Mary, I've already also taken quite a few courses with Mary because at that time she was doing very active in the Niagara region teaching.
All right.
And I did a lot of courses with her. The last time we spoke, Mary, was when you were en route to, I guess, Vaughan to work on your project that you were just talking about. And we haven't been able to speak since. But nice to see you. Of course, I am aligned with Tahir, as you know. And he is such a great inspirational personnel, and I can't praise him enough for the work that he's doing, and he's trying to bring everyone together. I do hope in the future we will all be able to do some collective business together.
That's the
And
whole power. This is the power of connectivity is to know each other, partnership, and do business together. That's what it is all
th-
about, connectivity.
that's it.
So JB, we would like you to start your presentation. Anything you want to say, and because we have program, allocated time for it. Everybody,
Sure,
go
sure,
ahead.
sure. Do you want me to run all the way till close to 12? I mean, you want 15 minutes? You want?
You have 15 minutes
Okay. So that's always good. I want to give you guys
because
little
yeah,
insights of what's working and what people are focusing on right now to really excel. And I think it'll directly apply to all of you because you're already superstars. All right. So make sure we got the screen share here, my friend.
oh, let me do it. Okay.
Co-host me or disable or whatever the screen.
Yeah, you are done. Go ahead.
Because do you guys know how to close business? Yes or no? Yes.
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 Done it many times over. Do you know how to prospect or how to build alliances and introductions, aka referrals, and connect like this and network? You guys are pros at that, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know the selling cycle inside and out on great discovery and how to be able to handle concerns and get great follow-up and all those key areas. Yes, you're all
Yeah.
pros. Can I see that?
Yes.
Yes, Barbara, you're pros.
Yes.
Okay.
Huh?
Unlike, let's say Mary brought somebody on, their ink is barely wet on their license and she's got to coach them up across the board. Or any of you have been in those experiences. You at one point were there yourself. So that's not me today. All right. I don't know if you saw anything of my background or anything like that, but for nearly 30 years, I'm entering into my 30th year. It's pretty exciting times of coaching and teaching people. And thank you, Ms. Mercedes, because my whole goal in life is to make a significant difference. All right. So give significant value in the lives of others. Does everybody agree with that's how you feel in your practice?
Sure. Absolutely.
Yes.
And so what that meant is from 22 years of age, I started working with the incredible Brian Tracy. I started working with the incredible Tom Hopkins, How to Master the Art of Selling. There's a forethought leader out there. His name is Mr. John Maxwell when it comes to leadership. I get to work with some amazing people. I saw Tony Robbins and started promoting Anthony Robbins as he's known as now, right? And all those things. When he was truly fake it till you make it. When our first seminar together, we went up to his castle in San Diego that he was renting for good looks. And inside there was lawn furniture, Mary. And
that's Tony for you.
he had lawn furniture in his house, guys. And I sat on a milk crate. That was my seat in his home.
JB, if you want to share the screen, you can. You are allowed.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, my friend. And so that humble beginnings and our team party with Tony Robbins was Totino's Pizza, like $3 pizza. I mean, to see what he's built there. So Fabio, I was always the guy behind the guy, if you will. And the lady, Danielle Kennedy, a big player in real estate success. A woman named Susie Orman, who nobody knew who that was, but I got to be the advanced person for getting her on stages as well. And what that all developed, everybody, is teaching fundamentals. And then we'd get around, train the trainer scenarios and up helping the leaders of leaders. And then I started working at Fortune 500, eventually Fortune 50, and the largest companies across North America.
Excuse me, I don't know if I'm the only one, but you're breaking up and I can't hear you.
I don't know if it's anything like that feedback again. I'm not sure. I hear you guys perfect. Am I still okay there, Fab?
You're okay.
Now
You're okay.
Now you're breaking up. I don't know if I was the only one experiencing that problem. It could have been reception.
So glad you said it though. That's awesome.
Mercedes,
You were sharing the screen. Yeah, go ahead.
Mercedes saying something?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, JB.
Oh, awesome. So that's kind of been my arc of helping those that you guys started at early on. And the area that I want to help you have absolutely wired for sound, I get from Brian Tracy. And what country does Brian Tracy come from, Mercedes? Unmute your mic there, Mercedes.
yeah.
You know where Brian Tracy's from?
Los Angeles.
That's,
Yeah,
No,
that's where
I
he lives
attended
now.
one of-
He lives
I
now,
attended
but he
his,
still has several properties up in his homeland, which is Canada. So he's born and raised in Canada.
Vancouver?
And Brian Tracy, you know, when I talked to him last week, he just inked his 91st. And not Brian Tracy, I've been fortunate to do over 500 events from in 30 countries. Brian Tracy speaks 4 or 5 languages fluently, and books out there that he's done are translated in dozens of languages. I'm sure you've heard of Psychology of Selling or Psychology of Achievement or Maximum Achievement. The biggest one, and this is our topic today for 10 or 15 minutes, is Eat the Frog, okay? This book is the #1 selling book ever on time management, okay? And this book, it comes from an old phrase of, if you were to have to eat a live frog, there's that feedback again somewhere. But if you were to have to eat a live frog, then that would pretty much have to be the toughest thing you'd ever have to do that day, probably, right? So the concept is doing your toughest tasks first, all right? So some of what I'm gonna give you is some confirmation, okay, of things you've heard, but isn't it funny sometimes out there, Fabio? Gosh, it works so well, we stop doing it, right? Drew? We get away.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, we get away from what got us successful in the first place. And then I'm going to give you some insights and maybe some new revelations. I know you'll get something also on that. So as you embark in this area, it is the most important area for all of you as top pros to be at your best. And that is time/life/event management. Can I see some head nods in there? Yes? Yeah, because you're all pros in all the other key areas. Now it's, how do I squeeze more time to let my expertise and I get more things done and I help others achieve more. So first of all, we have to always have a great mindset about it, which means you have to really value your time. That is the biggest X factor for your growth. There's no doubt about it. And so you have to guard yourself against serious areas that possibly might be draining or a vampire to you. Anybody have some vampires during the day at all? They call you up. Hey, what's going on? When are we going to the lake? How's this? Anybody have some vampires? Okay. Some Barbara's like, no, nobody
no,
calls.
no, I do have.
So because you're successful, see, people perceive you as, Fabio probably has some time to chat and, you know, shoot the breeze a little bit. What's going on the latest in hockey, or is the Raptors, are they going to win again, or whatever, right? But
Well, networking requires a social element.
It does, no doubt, man. But it's on your terms. This is how it's got to be, guys. Listen closely. I'm not talking about the guy that's about to ink $148 million property with you. I'm talking about your sister, your brother-in-law, a buddy of yours down the block that's financially independent or dependent. Who knows? And yeah, that's very, very important to make sure that you have that talk with them. And here's how it goes, Mercedes. I love you, sister. I love you, best friend. You know that. But right now, my business is like a rocket ship. It takes 90% of the fuel on takeoff and 10% for the hundreds of thousands of miles I gotta travel. And right now I'm in major launch mode. Yeah, I've been doing this business for 29 years, 38 years, 17. I have to be focused. So the most important thing is for us as a twosome to make sure we're talking at the evening or early in the morning. You know, I'm an early riser. Let's do it now, because Right now, you have no idea, but I'm 18 plates right now. So I love you. Yeah, it's very important. So I'm talking to somebody today that needed to hear that talk. Okay. Somebody's getting run over. All right. The other part of this, yes. What do you say?
I,
The other part of this is Fabio, when you get hit with a rapport building exercise for all of us. Okay. And this is very, very important. Okay. When you're doing rapport and you are building up with people and you're networking with them, if they ever go into a topic too long, let's say they're talking about bass fishing or the latest little visitor center at what's happening at Niagara Falls or whatever it might be. And there's that fine line of where they seem to be going way too much over here. It's always a nice bridge for you to say this and write this down. I could talk about blank. So write it down. I could talk about whether the Argonauts are going to have a season, whether the BC Lions are going to actually play again, whatever it might be. Okay. I could talk about whatever it is all day long and write that down all day long. Let me ask you, and then you get a chance to, it's like a car driving and you put it from a gear to neutral to then maybe reverse or to another gear. You then get that put into neutral and then you can take it in a different direction. As long as you politely bridge it with that little, man, I could talk about whatever, blah, 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 all day long. Let me ask you, and then you get a chance to steer that back in the right direction. Does that help anybody out there? Can I see a little head nod? Yes. This is what's important.
Oh,
Now listen, Fabio, you might be the king of rapport and they love you and all that stuff, but I'm talking about how they sometimes go in way too much of a direction on it. You follow? This is what I'm talking
I
about.
do.
yeah.
It's very, very
Yeah.
important. It's not going to be used every time. I'm giving you a little tool that you as pros add one more little edge, one more little bullet in the belt. So have that as a mindset that you're valued. Now, where we got to get back to, though, a lot of you get really out of control here, is really planning your day before it arrives. Okay. Mary, you've been a list maker all your life, right?
I have.
Yes.
So am I.
Sometimes, remember you took some Franklin Covey course or you took a time management class from Brian Tracy or something, learned the ABCDE method, right? But hooked up to a lie detector test to all of you, probably none of you use the ABCDE well enough. So what are ABCDEs? Those are your urgent importance, as the A's. And as Brian Tracy says, if there's a list of 10 things, you have 45 things, 14, 6, whatever. Out of 10, there's 2 things that are as important as all of them combined, okay? And that is what's the 80-20 rule there. If you were to have to leave town, the country, for a month, you're going to about to board that jet from Vancouver, going to LA, and you're going to be locked down in there for a month. What is the 1 or 2 things, Mercedes, right? That absolutely has to be done, that you can only do. And those kind of things, that's the mentality of your list, is what are the doing things? And that's where Eat That Frog comes into play. And you know what? There's 2 rules to follow, guys. One is if you got 2 frogs, eat the ugliest one first. Ugliest one first, the toughest thing. Most of your 23 people, Mary, they do fluffier stuff through the day. And they go, woo, it's 4:30. And they finally tackle that thing. Listen, get your toughest things done first. Somebody's got either computer sound or something going on, or that echo again. It comes and goes. So make sure you got your toughest things going. And then the other thing is, when you have a frog, don't look at it too long, right? Don't be too much analysis building paralysis. Just get it going and get it done. How many of you truly believe when you have a big project and you have it done, there's a euphoria about it, like, woo, I'm done too. There is so much extra energy too when you get things accomplished. So those principles right there, I just helped you guys as superstars in your realm of how am I operating day to day? to value yourself and to do the most productive thing possible at every given moment, because you got to focus, because all of you are $1,000 to $3,000 or more an hour person when you are working. And that is to focus on those income producing activities and to make sure you're doing the best. And learn from us what the Quink method is. KWINK. You're going to learn all this from Brian. You're going to understand how to be able to apply the best practices about your valuation. And then realize that, hey, I've got an extra 2-3 hours a day that I'm able to dominate the marketplace and be able to really help my business grow the most. And of course, even to seasoned veterans, it's always about your skill set to be the best. And that's another time-saving method. Continue to learn. None of you have a social media post, do you, that says, I've learned it all already. I'm never going to class again. Thanks, but no thanks. Or you got it on your desk that says, I'm done going to school. No. How did you get there? My greatest students, her name is Barbara. And she says that all the time. And I'm like, you've been going to these and getting one-on-one coaching with me on a daily basis. I speak with her every day. She invests $4,000 a month in coaching with me and has done for over 8 years. She invests $48,000 a year, guys. And her $48,000 a year, that started about 5 years ago. Early on, it was $1,600 a month when she was making less than. Now Barbara tops $2 million a month in income. And I always ask her, aren't you done? And she goes, not always, but at least every few months, I'm like, hey, are we good now? Do you want to break away? She goes, JB, how do you think I got here? And I love that spirit. So please, always keep growing, always keep learning. To summarize everything, guys, put it down this way. These are the 3 elements you always have to be the best at. And the only things you can't control. You can't control health regulations and lockdowns. You can't control when the Fed moves their lips or when the certain rates go this and that. You can't control the weather, but you can control these 3. That's your PMA, your skills, and your commitment. Miss Mercedes, what's PMA? Positive what?
Mental attitude.
Positive
Mental attitude. That's exactly right. That PMA is so critical, guys. And I know it's very easy because you're top producers. You've been very successful to kind of allow yourself a few opportunities to let your guard down to people, maybe a little bit too much on, I'm just being realistic. And you might be thick-skinned like a rhino, but somebody that isn't, that could knock them out for days or weeks or forever. Always work on this 6 to 8 inches right here, guys. That's the most important territory, not BC or Vancouver or into LA, not there in Ontario or GTA or in Vaughan or any of these areas. It's right up here. And so PMA, your skills, and then your commitment level. I know you're all committed achievers, but right now it's so important because people, prospects, investors, they're all looking for doubt. They're looking for you to look away, to not be as committed possibly. You have FaceTime on a one-on-one, on they can hear it in your voice that you are the one that's going to help them cross the finish line, get this done, and do all those things. I hope you guys realize these are some of the elements of success that we thrive on. And as I wind up here, you're going to have an opportunity that nobody else gets, because Brian Tracy, he is a legend of legends. There is not a single person in North America that's ever authored more on business, that's had so much success. He's the #1 on Audible in all business categories. Brian Tracy, I'm fortunate to have such a great relationship to bring him out to people that not too many people get an opportunity to do. And here's what we've done. We've been working on a whole series this year with him. And every few weeks, we've had Brian cover these topics. Hey, when you look over those 7, Fabio, how many of those 7 areas apply to your business in your life? How many of those 7?
Looks like all of them.
All of them, right, guys?
Yeah.
I've been blessed to have this time with Brian, and we have one coming up. It's on Wednesday, next Wednesday night, 5 Eastern, about 2 Pacific for you out there, Miss Mercedes. But you have an opportunity to plug in with him. It's going to give you an hour and 15 of Brian going deep dive into the topics I've hit, plus more. And then you can ask questions. You could open up to the one. It could be something as simple as my niece is struggling in school with procrastination. How do I help her? Right? It could be that. It could be your business. It could be something that's so important about how you strategize. So that's a really unique opportunity. So what have we built for you guys? The FRI execs. This is an exclusive for you guys. I built this web page for this meeting. In fact, my guy was just finishing up right at 11 this morning. I said, all right, thanks, my friend. Because Tahir hit me up and said, hey, I'd like you to chime in and give these people something. So we built this just for you. Everybody take their smartphone out for a second. Everybody take their smartphone, or even if you minimize the Zoom, it's not going to kick you off if you're on a desktop only. And go to your browser. It's not going to kick you off Zoom. You just go up to the top right corner, hit minimize, and go find your browser on the bottom of your desktop, and then launch that, or it's up. And go to this, guys. Everybody grab their smartphone, Fabio. Go to your browser right there, like your Safari or whatever it might be off of on your Android or if your iPhone, and type in BrianTracySeries.com. BrianTracySeries.com. Because just as you would do, guys, on any opportunity to help build great business relations, everything else is give you something of greatness. And I would be remiss if I didn't tell you guys about this rare opportunity to be with Brian. And people invested $29.97 to be in the 7-part series, $2,997. And I'm helping you guys take this piece of the series, this time management one, for a whopping 99 tax deductible dollars, right? You itemize your taxes. Do you guys itemize taxes in Canada? Can you write off business expenses? Can you write off self-improvement? I know the States, yes?
JB, we are almost running out of time now.
Yeah.
I'd like to say something.
Yes, Miss Barbara.
I'd just like to say, nice to have met you,
JB.
JB, first time. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. My pleasure.
And Mercedes, I look forward to doing some work with you over there in Vancouver because I have relatives over there, you know. And of course, I have to recognize my Fabio, our new local chapter president, and just to say hello to everyone and hope to see you all in the near future.
I love your spirit. That's awesome. Does anyone want to help their people or themselves take advantage of this critical time with Brian and be able to take care of this?
Okay.
Serious about that?
JB, can you disable your share? Okay.
There's everybody.
All right. We are almost reaching out of our time now for the Connected Conference. And please leave your contact information in the chat box so I can share with JB. And JB, feel free to connect with all people.
Yeah, help me help others. Again, you guys are superstars. I want to help you naturally. You can't tell me you couldn't benefit from Brian's time, but also there's so many people you have a big circle. Please share that BrianTracySeries.com because it's not about you. It's about helping somebody grow. Thank you, Tahir, for having me.
Yeah.
There's my cell phone on here, guys, and also my email. And also, again, I've done over 10,000 meetings. I'm doing lots with companies and everything else out there. So if you can help introduce a door to a group, don't hesitate. I'll speak at no charge or a very nominal honorarium if I travel. But 480-845-8852, jbseminars@yahoo.com. It's been a blessing to meet all you guys. What a great opportunity to be intimate like that. So
thank you very much.
thank you.
Thank you, JB.
Thanks a lot, JB. Thanks a lot.
You guys are blessed.
Thank you.
Yes.
On behalf of Realty Coffee Talk, I thank you, JB, for your presentation and also all FRI. Just for your information, we have 128,000 realtors in Canada, and there are less than 600 FRIs.
It's amazing.
And there are 90,000 realtors in Ontario, and there are 310 FRIs. So you can see you're talking to the cream of the crop right here.
And you know what? The number one emphasis in FRI, if you read it, it's about self-improvement. It's about skills and best practices. So I'm glad have been included with this and to be honored and very humbled. So my gratitude is full with you guys, and I love how you guys have this incredible community to work with together. And I'm looking
Wonderful.
contributing further and anything I can do. Fabio, what an honor, man. You're a great guy. Great to meet you. my
Pleasure, guys.
All right. Take
Mercedes,
care. Thank
Barbara.
you very much.
Thank you, Tahir. Great
Okay.
stuff,
Take
man.
care. See you in our next month on our the Connectivity Conference for FRI. Thank you very
Right
much.
on, guys.
Have a good day. Be safe. Thank you.